And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now on the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Quarterback on the keeper. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Razorbacks are in the hurry up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Makes one man miss. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense.
And that ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a gap. It's Hunter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Scanning the field, it's Thorne. He's got his man. Finds a crease at the 20. Stumbled to the ground.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll try to get it through the air. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. They're going to run it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
I know the passing game sells. The passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking to the big tight end. Ball in the air. Intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
By Buys a little time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He locked up and held on to bring him down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Hunter. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Thorne. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Arkansas! How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Pittsburgh is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in the Steel City. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Got it in the middle. It's Lambert Smith. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Tigers will hustle to the line. They keep attacking through the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You could just see him here close to the end zone.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Makes it past the marker. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Trying to get the corner. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Looking to pass. It's Green. Quickly out to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. They're trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Release to the back. He's got him this time. They'll immediately call timeout.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Fakes his man out. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Man, what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB and putting a lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
Back to pass, it's Thorne. Right on target this time. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell you.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Coming out with it, it's Lewis. He's got great speed. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer us. What a job to lay out and make the catch. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Green. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd and California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full...
Going downfield for the big play. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
This quarterback is so lucky that ball wasn't picked off. Of course, he threw a pick on the last drive, and this one the defender dropped. This quarterback's got to get his act together.
Fires to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Razorbacks! These guys are really hitting their... Or as they push out that lead. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He's going to pass on second down. He's going to run it. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, he drops the throw. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. He's looking to throw. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. Looking to the fake, and he wants to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection from the 2. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years coaching everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You've got to get it back.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Across the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And the Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Arkansas 35, Auburn 22.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called.
And the offense grateful for that penalty. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Trying to get to it. Hit as he throws. Makes a connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. There he goes to the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Auburn! Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Notre Dame is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Rockney and Leahy, this has not been a blowout in South Bend today. They're up by a field goal over the Red Hawks of Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you got the lead late, and you want to run the football, you want to be physically dominant. The defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
On the run, still looking. It's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Green. Getting some heat. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man downfield. All kinds of running room. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Here comes the 2-point try. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anthony. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. At the 45, on his way. Nothing but green ahead. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. On the run, it's Jackson. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. A hand to the running back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Made a defender miss. Kept it on the ground on 3rd down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the...
It's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Complete to the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's fair weather. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He's going to pass. Right down the middle. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which is...
Throws toward the end zone. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40. the 20, past the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third down, going up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes a grab enough for the first. And the ball's on the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, you had the first down. You had it in your grasp. All you got to do is take care of the football, secure the football. You're trying to do everything you can to reach for it, scratch for it, claw for it, and then secure it. Don't lose it. Don't put it on the ground. Bad job by the offense securing the football.
They'll line up for a second down play. Just going to keep it after the snap. Afterburners coming. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll run the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Since this venerable